Hey blasters, I'm so excited to film this video for you because I've gotten a ton of emails and inboxes about how hard to go. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that it's not about how hard you go, it's about going through layers and layers and layers like an onion. That's the most effective way to do it. So if you're bruised and battered, you probably just went through too many layers at once. So just lay off for a few days and then come back. But here's some good 3 rules of thumb that I'm gonna give you. So number 1, the first layer that you wanna break through is between the skin and the muscle, okay? So I went ahead and just oiled up, and I'm just gonna use the blaster for a second just to move the oil around. If you guys haven't figured this out yet, if you put your hands in it, then you're slick when you're trying to hold it, okay? So when we lay the claws down, this is the skin layer, okay? That's the skin layer, which almost feels like tickling, okay? This is the muscle layer. Halfway in between is where that first layer of fascia is found. So what you want to do is go skin, muscle, halfway in between, and go ahead and stay fast and brisk and just rub right through that first fascial layer. Now, if that doesn't hurt at all, like with me, I've already broken this up. But for some people, you immediately start feeling the gravel. So what you're gonna wanna do is stay at that first level or the first layer of the onion until all of the gravelly stuff is gone before you go harder, which is what I'm doing, and I'm down more into the second and third layers of fascia and the intermuscular fascia, okay? So 1 layer at a time, open them up. Okay, rule number 2, as I'm going, on a pain scale of 1 to 10, look at my face. On a pain scale of 1 to 10, don't go over a 7, okay? You guys know who you are. You've been inboxing me. It hurts so bad. If it hurts so bad, back off, okay? Yes, you want it to hurt a little because that way you know you're breaking through the adhesions, but you do not want it to hurt a 10, okay? So for me, because I've been doing this for a long time, I can really get after it, and that's about a 7 for me, okay? So on a 1 to 10, we're gonna go with a 7. And then the third rule of thumb, go ahead and take a look at my skin. What do you see? What do you see, crowd? What color is that?
Red!
Red, that's right. Once you become red, then you know that you have flushed blood to the area and that you've done the work. And if you keep going crazy over red, you're gonna get into what I call the swell zone, okay? And the swell zone is just not good because, first of all, it makes you look fatter, and no one wants to look fatter than they really are. And then once you've swollen, it's very hard for the tissue to really respond to the treatment, okay? So just to review, number 1, do it layer by layer by layer rather than going insane, okay? Rule number 2, no higher than a 7 on a pain scale. There's nothing wrong with hanging around a 3 or a 4 or a 5, okay? And then the third rule of thumb is once you turn red and you start to swell, you're done. Cut it off. All right, happy blasting, everybody.